Hello, East Ritter Middle School Eagles. My name is Gianni Itza, and this is
Evan Soto.
And today's date is Tuesday, October 2nd, 2018. And this is your Under the Yokes news, coming straight from ASB headquarters.
Did you know that after 42 superb years, Apple is finally the first ever company to have reached $1 trillion in revenue? Congratulations, Apple.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I never noticed how addicting Apple products are. No wonder there's such a great success.
Yeah. So, Evan, what's the weather like today?
So students, it's going to be a high of 84 degrees, and at night it's going to be 64.
And for Wednesday, we should have a high of 86 sunny degrees and a low bone-chilling of 68.
Brr, that's cold.
Speaking of warm, what are we having for lunch today?
You have a variety of choices. You can go ahead and grab your pepperoni or cheese pizza. We also have your regular daily chicken or spicy chicken sandwiches and salad. So what are we going to have for nutrition today?
Nutrition, we're having a bagel or cereal.
Don't forget, students, Makeup Picture Day will be October 4th, as well as the EWMS IMP benefit concert.
And the Harvest Festival will be on October 5th, as including is the House of Horrors.
The annual Harvest Festival and House of Horrors, I can't wait. It's always such a good goal to try.
For sure. I might attend every day.
Yeah, and on top of that, students, this Monday will be no school, October 8th, to tell you the date.
Now for this week's quote will be the change you see in the world by Gandhi.
Perhaps we should discuss this great quote. Students, make sure to ask your teachers to go over it with you if you guys do have any questions.
And that for October 5th and 6th, the annual EWMS IMP will host the annual Harvest Festival that will include games and activities and mouth-watering food. Every year, this is the year's popular most event.
And on those same dates, EWMS IMP will have their House of Horrors. For the Harvest Festival on Friday the 5th, it will occur from 5 o'clock to 9:30 p.m. And on the 6th, it will occur from 4:30 to 9:30 p.m.
Let's turn to Abigail Ross and Sophia Romero for their behind-the-scenes interview with Mr. Moreno about this year's House of Horrors and the Wicked Lamb.
I'm part of the East Ritter Instrumental Music Program. Hi, I'm Sophia Romero, and I'm part of the East Ritter Middle School.
And I'm Mr. Moreno, 8th grade math teacher here and 6th grade math teacher, and House of Horrors representative.
How did the third party What are some of the challenges that were held with doing the Harvest Festival and House of Horrors?
Well, some challenges are there's a lot of people involved. There's probably over about 60 to 80 volunteers. It was difficult trying to coordinate everybody to get everybody to participate and to be actively involved. But now that we've gotten the ball rolling and people are kind of seeing what the vision is of the haunted house, there's definitely a lot more parent involvement now. But I would say trying to coordinate just so many people together that don't get to see each other every day as a challenge.
What are some of the steps that the producer of the House of Horrors have to take to achieve the perfection of this event?
So there's a lot of planning that goes into the House of Horrors. I mean, planning starts back in during the summer. I remember attending meetings in July and August. So there's a lot of planning that goes into building the House of Horror. From the idea of what's the concept going to be, as well as who's going to be in charge of the rooms and who's going to be helping out being the scare actor. So there's a long process. It takes months to plan this, but I believe the final product's going to be worth it.
Why did you volunteer to do this event?
Well, for multiple reasons. One, because I just love Halloween. For those of you who don't know, I worked at Not Scary Farm as a scare actor last year. And my love for Halloween just kind of brought me here. In addition, I really enjoy what the music program is doing. I really believe in the music program, and I feel like this fundraiser is going to definitely help the music program, be able to. Can we cut that out?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Hi, I'm Abby Ross. I'm part of the East Ritter Instrumental Music Program. Hi, I'm Sophia Romero, and I'm part of the East Ritter Middle School.
And I'm Mr. Moreno, 8th grade math teacher here and 6th grade math teacher, and House of Horrors representative.
How did the third party What are some of the challenges that were held with doing the Harvest Festival and the House of Horrors?
Well, some challenges are there's a lot of people involved. There's probably over about 60 to 80 like volunteers. It was difficult trying to coordinate everybody to get everybody like to participate and to be like actively involved. But now that we've gotten the ball rolling and people are kind of seeing like what the vision is of the haunted house, there's definitely a lot more like parent involvement now. But I would say like trying to coordinate just so many people together that don't get to see each other every day as a challenge.
What are some of the steps that the producer of the House of Horrors have to take to achieve the perfection of this event?
So there's a lot of planning that goes into the House of Horrors. I mean, planning starts back in during the summer. I remember attending meetings like in July and August. So there's a lot of planning that goes into that building the House of Horror, from the idea of like what's the concept going to be, as well as who's going to be in charge of the rooms and who's going to be helping out being the scare actor. So there's a long process. It takes months to plan this, but I believe the final product's going to be worth it.
Why did you volunteer to do this event?
Well, for multiple reasons. One, because I just love Halloween. For those of you who don't know, I worked at Not Scary Farm as a scare actor last year. And my love for Halloween just kind of brought me here. In addition, I really enjoy what the music program is doing. I really believe in the music program, and I feel like this fundraiser is going to definitely help the music program, be able to. Can we cut that out?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Oh, why did you volunteer to do this event?
I volunteered to do this event because I love Halloween. For those of you who don't know, I actually worked last year as a Not Scary Farm scare actor. So I kind of got to see the ins and outs of how it works to work at a professional like haunt. In addition, I wanted to take my knowledge and my talents of knowing how to scare people to East Whittier to help out with the music program, with their fundraiser of the House of Horrors.
What was it like with your experience in Not Scary Farm?
It was really fun. Working at Not Scary Farm really got me to see that there's more to scaring than just, popping out and saying, boo or whatnot. I guess like knowing that there's like strategy to scaring, knowing that it's hard work. I remember being in my maze last year and just coming out just super tired and exhausted because I'm ducking, moving, crawling, you name it. So it's definitely fun, but there's a lot of work to involving scaring.
How do students participate in this?
So students participate by attending one of the scare schools. In addition to one of the scare schools that I hosted, as well as like having like their parents participate in being active volunteers in the haunted house. If they're able to meet those two requirements, then they will be allowed to participate in the haunted house.
How can parents volunteer to be in the House of Horrors?
So parents can volunteer by reaching out either to Ms. Carnahan or to Ms. Angela Serrano. There's still time to participate. We definitely still need volunteers for the day of the event. So if your parents would like to be involved, then come and see me in room 33 and we can get your parents set up with that.
Including the planning time, how long does it take to set up this?
The actual setup, like you mean like the build?
The build and like everything.
Everything probably about 4 months, about 4 months worth of planning. The actual build only takes about a week though. So like the build is gonna start tomorrow or today actually, and go all the way up until Wednesday when we do dress rehearsal. So it's a pretty long process. The build itself isn't too long, but definitely like the entire planning process, that is like where the bulk of the time comes into play.
Why do you think it's worth it to volunteer for this event?
I think it's worth it because, first of all, it's fun. If you like Halloween, if you like scaring, just being involved with this event is just like a fun way to like start your Halloween season off early. For as far as parents, if your parents are like thinking or on the fence, like I want to get involved by helping out for the music program, but how do I do that? Just tell your parents, hey, it's fun. Like your parents will make a lot of new friends. They'll get to know new people here. I know as a teacher here at East Whittier, I've gotten to know a lot more parents than I have had in the past. I've got to work with students that I don't actually teach in my class, but I just got to know through the SCARE School. And it's just been a really fun experience. So I would say if you're on the fence about helping out, just come on in and check it out, and you can be the judge whether or not you like it or not.
And do you think this event was stressful for you?
Was it stressful? I would say it was stressful. It was stressful in the sense that having my full-time teaching job here and then still having to do planning in the evenings, especially on Tuesdays. I know I would stay here from the morning till like 6:30 till about 6:30 a.m. to about 9:30 p.m. So very long Tuesdays for me for the past like month. But stressful just means that there was a lot of hard work being put into it, and I feel like I'm happy with the results that we're gaining. So even though it was a little stressful at times, I'm happy with the results, and I think you guys will too when you come to the House of Horrors next week.
Why do you enjoy House?
And what is the backstory of the maze?
So the backstory of the maze is basically there was this beautiful fairy named Athena. She lived in the realm of it basically was called the Enchanted Realm. And the Enchanted Realm, they contain a lot of like just mystical creatures and fairies and so forth. And she was told by all the other fairies in that realm that she was the most beautiful fairy in that realm. And it began to kind of go to her head. She thought that, hey, I'm Athena, I'm the most beautiful fairy here. I can take over this realm if I really want to. So what happened is that she actually tried to overthrow the queen of that realm. Now, she failed, and as a result, as punishment from the queen, her name was Queen Iris, she banished Athena to the fairy tale realm, along with all of her other followers. When she got banished to the fairy tale realm, basically what happened is that Queen Iris said, you know what, as punishment for what you've done, now I'm going to turn you into an ugly being, and all the fairies that followed you and that tried to overthrow me are now going to be turned to these ugly, evil creatures as well. So she got banished to the fairy tale realm. Athena became this hideous creature, as well as all of her loyal followers also became hideous creatures as well. And they want to get revenge. They're now in the fairy tale realm, and to basically get revenge because of what happened, they're trying to take over now the fairy tale realm. So what they've done is that she's placed a curse over the realm, and all the creatures and all the stories that were original in the fairy tale realm that were very the ones that you've heard of, like the Three Little Pigs, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Pinocchio, have now been turned upside down into these crazy, dark stories. So the dark fairy's out there somewhere in the maze. She's looking for revenge along with her minions, and all these fairy tales now, the characters in the fairy tales are looking to get you. So when you go into the maze, don't expect anything cutesy in there. You're going to be scared, trust me.
Wow, that was very interesting. Tickets for the Harvest Festival are free for children 4 years or younger. Regular admission will be $2 at the gate.
There will be a bundle of 22 tickets for $20 for games and activities as well as food, so you can have fun all day.
And for the House of Horrors, regular admission will be $6 per ticket. And there will only be a bundle for 4 tickets, only for $20. Wow, that's such a great deal.
There will be a $10 fast pass so you can get right through those lines. The parent guided suggestion for kids 10 and under.
Students, don't forget to please check the cart in the office for items you may have forgotten at home. We don't want to interrupt you in class.
Also, students, don't forget, please don't use your Chromebooks on campus before school or during lunch and nutrition.
Going back to the topic of losing things, if you have lost clothes, keys, and prescription glasses, then there's a lot of found outside from room 16A or in room 24. And for smaller items, they will be in the office. Thank you, Eagles, and remember,
we are empowered to achieve, grow, and learn. Eagles will soar.